So we start with a black screen. We hear ethereal mandolin music playing a hopeful, uplifting tune. We fade in a white screen with a hint of shimmering. A child's hand in sharp focus reaches slowly up, index finger pointing. A woman's hand reaches down towards the child's hand, and for a moment, the two fingers linger in virtual imitation of Michelangelo's painting of God pointing at Adam's finger. Then the child's hand reaches up and grabs hold of the woman's index finger. The next thing we see is a moving floor pattern. A brown tile floor with a speckled pattern flies by. Then a child's feet appear, walking along. Next, we see the wide eyes of a blue-eyed, cherubic, blonde-haired 4-year-old child, Joff Claring, as he looks around, a bit bewildered by new experiences. Cut to a grade school hallway, we see lockers, classrooms. Then we see Joff and his beautiful mid-20s mother, Angela Claring, walking down the hallway, hand in hand, with an open door behind them through which the sun shines brightly, casting a halo around them. Sounds of children increase as they turn a corner and approach the open door of a classroom. Stopping inside the threshold of the room, Joff fearfully looks up to his mother. She is surveying the room and then looks down at her son. She smiles at him warmly, comforting. Joff seems a bit encouraged and looks again over at the sight he finds troubling. His mother's hand appears on the side of his head, offering a particularly protective feel. We see a kindergarten with about 20 4- and 5-year-old children engaged in various activities spread out on floor mats, coloring pictures, playing with blocks, and pushing buttons on digital toys. A kindly-looking teacher in her mid-30s approaches the mother and child, the child who is now clinging to his mother's leg. The teacher kneels down and makes face-to-face contact with Joff. The music abruptly stops. The ephemeral mood is broken.
Hi! We're so glad you're here. Would you like to come play with us?
Joff looks up again at his mother, who nods and smiles in approval. The teacher takes his free hand in an attempt to lure him away from his mother.
Let's draw a picture, okay? Can you draw me a nice picture of your mom? Or your dad? I'd like to see what your house looks like. Can you draw it for me?
Joff reluctantly loses his grip on Angela's leg as he is pulled away by the teacher. Angela blows him a kiss and backs out of the door, smiling. Happy music. As Joff, sitting at a table in close proximity to the teacher's desk, is working diligently on a crayon drawing. But it is a strange drawing of black arms burning. The happy music kind of goes off tune.
Joff, what is that?
A man with hot arms.
Oh, I see.
But she is concerned. Outside in the schoolyard, a devil dog, hairless, black, with a long neck and piercing yellow eyes, looks around slowly and fixes its gaze on the school. It trots towards the building. Inside the classroom, later, the children are now scattered around the room on sleeping mats. Some are restless. The teacher walks among them, kneeling down to answer one child's question. But we hear a menacing buzz, music, and the camera, from a point of view, low end, low down, like it's a dog surveying the room, starts moving around, wandering from child to child, until it zeroes in on a sleeping boy, Jasper, a slightly older 5-year-old with black hair. Zip! Jasper's eyes open expressionless. Something has possessed him. Later, the children are once again engaged in various play tasks, building Legos, drawing, playing with clay. At her desk, the teacher looks at her watch and claps her hands.
Okay, children, it's cleanup time. Put everything away. Back to your chairs.
Joff obediently puts his crayons back in their box and folds his hands on the table in front of him, looking around curiously at all the activities of the other children. The teacher, noticing his obedience, smiles in appreciation. She gestures for Joff to come over to her desk, which he immediately does.
I need your help. Would you please help the other children put their toys away? Can you do that for me?
Joff nods and eagerly goes off. He helps a sweet-looking, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Crystal Gates put her crayons back in their box.
Thank you. My name is Crystal. What's your name?
Joff smiles, a little sheepishly.
Ja, I have to help everyone clean up now.
He goes over to help a little boy pick up some papers from the floor and moves them over to the table. But he curiously looks back at Crystal. Joff sees Jasper at the far side of the room continuing to play with his wooden blocks rather than picking his things up. Joff goes over to help, standing over Jasper for a moment.
Cleanup time.
But Jasper ignores the reminder. Joff unilaterally picks up a couple of blocks and drops them in a nearby bin. But Jasper mechanically keeps playing. Joff comes back and stands over Jasper, expecting him to start cleaning up, but he does not. Joff becomes irritated and raises his voice.
It's cleanup time.
Low, rumbling music as Jasper assumes an unnaturally malevolent grimace and lets out a guttural growl. Joff gets a whiff of a foul odor and holds his nose.
Boo, you stink.
Suddenly, Jasper wheels around with a large wooden block in his hand and slams it directly into Joff's nose. Thwack! Joff screams. He grabs his nose and buckles to the ground. Jasper smiles and calmly resumes playing. The teacher hears the commotion, sees Joff on the floor, and rushes over to help. But when she sees the blood,
Oh my God! Jasper!
she pulls a tissue out of her pocket and tries to stem the flow of red liquid.
It's okay. It's okay.
The scene becomes chaotic as children scream at the sight of the blood and move away. Jasper backs up too, slowly, deliberately, smiling malevolently.